All right, let's talk about the one thing that truly beats the algorithm, your attitude. They went all in, right? Premium tools, fancy website builders, expensive classes, you name it. And yet, a huge chunk of them just quit, quietly walked away from the whole thing. So what happened? Well, it had nothing to do with their software or their business idea.
Nope, it wasn't the tools. It was their psychological endurance. That's the real wall they hit.
Look, as a beginner, you're tossed into this wild world where you really control almost nothing. And this quote? It's everything. It's not some fluffy motivation. It's your actual survival strategy. Think of it like you're sailing a ship. You can't control the wind, right? That's the market. But you can always, always control how you set your sails. And that sail, that's your attitude. Choosing your attitude literally shifts your brain from its panic center to its problem-solving center. Okay, but is this just toxic positivity? I mean, how does a good attitude pay the bills? It's not about ignoring the fire. It's about deciding how you're going to rebuild from the ashes. You know, the biggest test isn't some huge crisis. It's the slow, quiet days. That's the real killer.
Yup, look at this. The number one reason people quit? Just painfully slow progress.
You know that feeling of checking your stats? It's basically like pulling a slot machine lever. So when that dashboard shows zeros, it feels like actual withdrawal. Your brain just screams, stop! So the trick is to hijack your brain chemistry. You gotta redefine what actually counts as a win. But what about the really bad days? I'm talking about the ones that are just expensive failures. An amateur takes a failed campaign personally. Their brain says, I suck at this, or this is a scam. A pro, though? They reframe it. You didn't lose money. You just bought data. See the difference? You didn't fail. The test failed. You just paid for a super valuable lesson. A mistake isn't some insult from the market. Think of it like a diagnostic report. This means your real competitive advantage is your mental endurance. That's the stuff that actually lasts. You stop asking the market to be easy. You start demanding that you become more capable. So when that awful day comes, ask yourself, is this a reason to quit, or is this the real work beginning?